We got to figure out exactly how we are going to tackle this. So currently we're just getting all the ladders set up, and I'm just applying as much soap as I can on all the siding here. So what you're seeing here is just some soft washing happening. We're using a low pressure pump and we're applying a bunch of soap onto the garage siding there, the gutters, the doors, basically the whole exterior of the garage. We're basically getting it all prepped with soap, and it's not the strongest soap concentration. It's a mixture of bleach, water, and a different type of surfactant soap. Essentially what it does is it clings onto the siding and it just absorbs, and all those black stains, all those dark marks will basically disappear. By the end of the video, you will see a big before and after difference. We skipped ahead here, so right now we're already rinsing down all of the soap that we applied onto the house. And again, what you're seeing here is all low pressure, so it does not affect the house in any sort of way negatively. Now this customer has us doing everything, and what I mean by that is we're doing the siding and soffits, and we're also doing the outside of the windows with a brush, as well as we are brushing the outside of the gutters. You can see over here the soffits and siding is really safe to wash up close with this kind of pressure. It's very minimal, even the paint itself does not get affected. You can see the paint on this house is quite old and already is stripping, but none of the pressure from the actual water takes it off. Now the outside of the gutters sometimes cannot be perfected, especially when the paint is missing. Once paint goes missing, you just have to repaint it. This house was so tall, so going at the front level there, on the front first story level, you can actually get a lot of the top sides of the house washed and rinsed down, as well as applying all the soaps. We can apply them all from the front one story level there. As you can see, we're spraying the soffits super up close, and they are not being affected at all in any sort of bad way. They're more than safe. And now finally for the glass, usually you will see a lot of people using these bristle brushes. They're telescopic as well, meaning that they do extend. But right here we're just getting up close to them, and we don't have a continuous water line that sprays the whole time, so we have to pre-soak the windows and the brushes really well and thoroughly, and then just give them a quick brush, and then they're all good to go. But all that white stuff you see around the frames is called oxidization. It's basically when all the paint runs off of the white frames there and it goes onto the glass. So when you're dealing with these kinds of windows, you gotta scrub extra hard in order to make sure that the windows come out looking great and not streaky and white. As you can see, the house is quite tall. Yeah, look at that, all the way from there. Now you will see a certain kind of attachment on the end of my gun barrel there. It's called a J-rod. So a J-rod is basically a set of different gun bits, and it's basically a set of different nozzle bits, and it lets you choose between a fan spray or a direct shooting spray. You can get to quite some heights with this sort of setup. You need at least a minimum of a 4 gallon per minute machine in order to utilize a J-rod system. Now again, you can see we're using the high pressure fan tip, but again you can see the pressure is very minimal, where none of the seals are being damaged, none of the siding is being shaken. Everything is quite safe, especially with this kind of soft wash system with these J-rods. Generic, typical pressure washer from Home Depot will not be able to do this kind of work safely, as you have to get right up close to pressure wash all the grime off, and you're having to use pressure to clean off and strip off the dirt, risking the house to potential damage. While this method at least lets all the soap absorb into the siding, and you can really just let all the soap do the work and then come back and use low pressure to rinse everything off without any pressure needed to actually remove the dirt, since the soap does all the work for you. Whether you're a homeowner or you're a contractor, soft washing is definitely the way to go when it comes to washing a house. Pressure washing, the generic way, is simply not safe. Even if you are doing paint prep and you're needing to strip quite a bit of paint off some fascia boards, you still don't want to be exposing too high of a pressure in an area that's too close to the soffits, for example. Time we end up double scrubbing the windows just because we want to ensure that they're fully clean. That way you don't have to come back for any sort of touch-ups. So that's about it. There's our truck and trailer setup. It's looking pretty nice. Very proud of it. And as you can see, the siding came out so well. So much better than before. All that black grime and all those heavy stains are completely gone now. At this point, we're letting all the windows dry up, and we're just going over the windows one more time, just with some water, just in case any soap dried up or any stains are still there. We just go over it one more time with some water. Again, that way we reduce the chance of having to get a call back. Now, I did not film this, but there is a barbecue stain on the patio. Regular soft washing soaps that use bleach, sodium hypochlorite, will not remove those, so you definitely need to upgrade to a degreaser for barbecue stains or oil removing. We currently use Blue Mule degreaser, and it does the job. It removes fresh oil stains and it removes barbecue stains, so if I do end up getting the photos, I'll put them up here, but if not, you'll know that those black stains and those soffits right in front of me were fully removed.